Today's video is going to be dedicated to our edges. So I have been getting a lot of correspondence from you guys regarding how stressed out you are because your edges aren't growing, they're breaking off at the root, or they're gone completely. I've never suffered from this problem. I am on the hairy side and I've got a really full hairline, but I've also never, ever had a weave or braids or anything like that. And I attribute that right there to the health of my edges. I want to help you guys out, and I want to provide some information to help you guys understand why your edges may be breaking off and how to keep them healthy. So I'm basing all of the tips that I'm passing along to you on the research that I've done on the internet, basically. So the number one thing, and it's frankly common sense, is your edges may be breaking because your weaves or your braids are too tight. That right there is an actual medical condition called traction alopecia. So traction alopecia is basically a gradual hair loss caused from the force of pulling on the hair follicle. So braids and weaves are notorious for this. When you're having braids installed, the hairstylist is putting them in too tightly, therefore causing constant strain on your hair follicles, and then your hair follicles just sort of give up the ghost and break off or die right at the root. Or you have weaves that are doing the same thing, or you have too much hair in the weave. So your weaves or your braids are really, really heavy, therefore causing constant strain on your hairline or the hair follicle, and boom, your edges are gone. A classic example of really bad traction alopecia is frankly my idol, Naomi Campbell. I don't know if you guys have ever seen her without her wigs on or without weaves in, but girl has no edges. Like, her hairline starts all the way back there. There are countless paparazzi shots of poor Naomi swimming in the ocean, and she comes out and she's practically bald. So what can you do to stop this? So there's the obvious. You give your weaves and braids a break and give your edges a chance to grow back. But in a lot of cases, the hair follicles are already so damaged that they're gone. Now, what can you do in that case right there? I was stunned to find out that almost half of Black women on our planet have experienced hair loss at their hairline. Like, that's bananas to me. And in my research, I found out that there are tons of products out there to help you, but some can cause more damage than others. So you really need to do your research into the products that you are applying to your hairline or products that you are ingesting to promote hair growth. A lot of these products have not been approved by either Health Canada or the Food and Drug Administration and can end up causing more damage. So, do products that claim to restore your hairline actually work? Yes and no. If your hair loss is caused by any illness or genetic factors, then there isn't really too much that you can do to solve that problem. But if the hair loss is caused by too tight hairstyles or the overuse of relaxers, then there are definitely things that you can do to help promote hair growth. So let's start with some easy solutions to get your edges back healthy. If you are suffering from hair loss, but the hair is still growing at the hairline, start using some natural oils. So as I mentioned, I did some research, and Refinery 29, I'm going to link the article in the description box, had some great tips. So they suggest here you can use castor oil, which thickens the hair, coconut oil to exfoliate the skin, rosemary to increase blood flow, which in turn promotes hair growth, and peppermint oil to get rid of dandruff. Any products with vitamin E or aloe vera are really healthy for your scalp, so I would incorporate those too. If you are using essential oils, test them on your skin first. I would test them on the back of your hand, somewhere innocuous. Avoid the face, because essential oils can irritate the skin. Rosemary oil should be a safe one, but it is pretty potent. I would try a small area first before you go ahead and dump that on your hairline. If you're noticing that your edges are disappearing and you are using relaxers, I would take a break from relaxers. You should be avoiding the following. So any hair products with alcohols, dimethicones, sulfates, any products that are drying. You want to baby those edges and start using things that are highly moisturizing. Products that contain alcohol will damage your hair. It will dry it out, and the hairline is particularly fragile, so you just want to keep it hydrated. The same goes for coloring your hair. I know that everybody wants to look good, everybody wants their hair to look nice, but in order to get your edges healthy again, you really need to concentrate on just buckling down and getting that hair healthy again. Go natural for a bit. Just give it a chance to recover. So, how long is it going to take for your edges to recover? Keep in mind that hair only grows about ½ an inch a month. This is going to be a long process. So you will see results if you just take it slow and stay determined, okay? Keep those blinders on and focus on the health of your hairline. So once you give the weaves and the braids a break and start really babying your edges with the appropriate products, you are going to see some growth. Slow and steady wins the race. I know it's hard, I know it's discouraging, but just keep in mind that this is a means to an end, and if you're patient, the hair will come back. Something I would recommend is take before and after pictures of your edges and start a hair diary. I know that sounds corny, but if you take before pictures of what your edges look like, you have something to refer to and to measure your hair growth against. So you're not second guessing whether or not these tips I'm giving you are working. You can refer to your pictures and see, oh yeah, it is growing. Oh yeah, it looks thicker. And if you keep a hair diary, and let's say every day or once a week, you write down how your hair is looking, how it's feeling, what products you are using that are actually making a difference, or what products you are using that are not working for your hair, you can refer to this and it becomes sort of a guide to your best hair possible. I would really recommend that. It also boosts your confidence a bit, and when you write down that progress and you see it every day, it keeps you going. So something else I would do is clean up your diet, okay? If you're eating a lot of trash, it's not going to help your hair growth. And I would start taking approved supplements. They don't have to be these little gummy bear vitamins that I see all over Instagram. I don't recommend those, okay? A lot of them are not approved by the governing health bodies in most countries. I use the Centrum gummy vitamins. Those have been approved by Health Canada, approved by the FDA, and they're good for you. And there's one specifically for hair, skin, and nails. So yeah, I use these ones by Centrum. They are Centrum multi-gummies for hair, skin, and nails. And I really like them. They're easy to take. I keep one on my desk at work and one here at home in the kitchen, so I remember to take them every day. So a lot of us ladies like to slick our edges down with products that make the edges look clean and laid, but a lot of them aren't great. The quality isn't there, and one of the first ingredients on the label for some of these edge gels is alcohol, and that's going to dry out your hair and your skin actually, which promotes hair breakage. So one that I really like is by Shea Moisture. It is this one right here. I have covered it on my YouTube channel before. It's a Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil Strengthen and Restore Edge Treatment with shea butter, peppermint, and keratin. So it does contain some protein to boost the strength of your hair. I don't use a lot of edge products. Like, I don't fuss with my hair too much, and I attribute that to the health of my hair. But when I put my hair in a ponytail or a bun, I will use some of this just to make it look clean and slick, and I know it's not going to hurt my hair. It also smells amazing. So I would highly recommend this one as opposed to the tons that you see at some of these beauty supply shops that The quality isn't there. So just to wrap up, I've got a couple more tips. Again, I'm going to stress the common sense aspect here. If you're wearing your hair in a bun or a ponytail and it feels too tight, it is too tight. Loosen it, and that will relieve the pressure on your hairline, and that will eliminate breakage and stress on your poor hair. Baby your hair, guys. Like, these hairdos don't have to be so tight. Go for something a little looser, a little more effortless. You know, we don't always have to have hairdos that look like it took a team of 12 to create the look, okay? And lastly, take it easy when you're brushing and combing your hair. I've got a girlfriend, she's Caucasian, and I watch her brush her hair and I just cringe because it's just so hard. She's like ripping it through. You can hear the hair breaking, and I'm watching it and I'm dying a little bit inside, and I grab the brush out of her hand. I'm like, girl, you need to stop. You need to go easy on your hair. And she's like, why? And I'm like, look at your ends. Your ends are busted, and that's because you're going to town on it with this brush. The same goes for black hair, except our hair tends to be a little more fragile. So take it easy when you're brushing and combing your hair, especially when you're brushing the hairline. Use a natural bristle brush, which is a little softer. So if you just want to clean up your edges and lay your hair down nicely, you're not breaking it right at the root, okay? That's an important one. I hope these tips help you. Baby your hair, okay? It's your crowning glory and it deserves to be treated well. Don't abuse it. If you have any other additional tips, I'm learning just like you guys. I would love for you to share them with me. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel. I would love that. I'm almost at 10,000 followers. My YouTube is growing so well, and I'm so grateful to you guys for the support. Don't forget to check me out on Instagram. I'm at Dominique.baker. Don't follow the Style Domination account. A lot of you already send me DMs with your hair questions. I love getting them. Keep the questions coming. I will answer them, okay? So again, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye for now, and love your hair.